Welcome to Spotlight on the Arts. Today I visit with Nicki Rayepen out of South Africa. This is Spotlight on the Arts, coming to you worldwide. Hello, I'm Rick J. with Spotlight on the Arts, and I welcome all the viewers today and viewing worldwide here on Spotlight on the Arts. I would like to ask you to join with me in welcoming to Spotlight on the Arts Nicki Rayepen from South Africa. She's with Nicki Ray Productions, and she will fill us in on what it's like in her fun end of entertainment. Nicki was a winner on my interview competition recently with Clive Moore on Fan for Me. So yes, welcome, looking you in the eye now, Nicki, welcome to Spotlight on the Arts.
Why, thank you so much, Mr. Rick J. It is such a pleasure and honor, and I am so excited to be with you today. Just on Spotlight on the Arts. It's a little bit surreal for me that I'm sitting here in South Africa speaking to you in the United States with your background. And I must just admit that when I heard your extensive experience in the industry, that I'm fangirling over here, okay? So please do bear with me if I get a little bit flustered in between. But I'm so excited to be here with you today. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you to Fan for Me, Clive Moore and Kadu Alversmoore. Thank you so much.
Well, I welcome you with open arms and want to learn more about you, give you an opportunity to share what's going on in South Africa. Well, I like to start off with the question of, tell us a little bit about Nicki Rayepen, if you would.
Why, thank you so much for that, Rick. I will absolutely take you up on that opportunity. Well, in short, I'm a dancer from the city previously known as Port Elizabeth down in South Africa. It has now been changed to Gqeberha. Want to give that a try? Gqeberha.
I see. Great, Beha.
That's it.
Oh,
and it actually,
great. I see.
Yeah. And it actually, the name now reflects the people that previously inhabited it, do you know? So everybody's gotten their tongues and twisted around it. And that's exactly where I was born, and I received my dance training, which was my first window into the arts. And, you know, with ballet, and then my sister and I went on to do gymnastics coupled with the ballet as well, which sort of further stretched, excuse the pun, one's capabilities, and also one's sort of, you know, the stimulation of the interest in sparking it. And then after school, I couldn't kind of decide on anything else, and I couldn't actually picture myself doing anything else, if it makes sense. So, which then led me to the Waterfront Theatre School, which I then subsequently ended up studying multiple genres of dance. Then, of course, because it's a theatre school and they try and prepare you to be a well-rounded performer, I took the opportunity of taking up drama as well, the acting side of it, the TV presenting side of it as well, singing as well, musical theatre. If it is promotions, you just needed to learn versatility, you know, very early on and realize the value of it. And then went on to perform professionally in a number of productions. And then I got my first speaking role opposite.
Excellent, yes.
With one line opposite Orlando Bloom and Forrest Whitaker was also in the movie called City of Violence. In Cape Town, yeah. So everything from that to cheerleading in India, to, you know, being in TV adverts, to doing a lot of youth development, a lot of youth work. And that's kind of where that entire journey of performance waitressing, doing
Yes.
telesales. When I lived in London as well, I lived in London briefly, well, for about 2 years. And they've got this, I'm not sure if you know the newspaper, they're called The Stage. It's called The Stage, and it's for the artists, because of course it's London, it's the home of the West End, and there's tons of artists, but also tons of unemployed artists.
Right, and unemployed is sometimes true.
And then basically that's also where they advertise for telemarketers, because performing artists could perform on the phone. And anyway. And now I've got a production company and a performing arts academy in Port Elizabeth, in Gqeberha now. Yes.
I would like to dwell into more what your activity is about now with your production company in health and youth. I've been following you on different platforms, so we want to dig into that a little bit. But I want to ask you next, then, what was your moment of inspiration? Or who do you give the acclaim to? Or what was your initial inspiration? I know I had a gentleman artist that finally went to a Monet art exhibit, and he just looking at one of the paintings, it was like lightning struck, and that's what he wanted to do. So who was your probably biggest inspiration?
I must say that I just remember always wanting to go to ballet class, because my mom taught at the local primary school, and the kids, and they were affiliated to the high school where the ballet was taught and offered to the primary school kids as a feeder school. And I just always wanted to be one of those girls. I would visit my mom, I would see the ballet girls going up, and that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be on stage. I wanted to be performing. And then because of all the performance opportunities, I think, and as things grew, it just ended up being there so constantly. So I think that's where it really sparked. And then later in life, well, if you ask me the moment of spark, that was the moment. Seeing those little dances at my mom's school. That's what I wanted to also be.
True. Well,
that was a sparking moment, yeah.
Oh, great. That's we give, and then we really get back twofold when working with different people, different students, especially the younger generation. And you have a great opportunity to do that. Well, I was going to save it, but let's go ahead. When did you begin production, the operations of the Nicki Ray Productions?
Oh, thank you. To be honest with you, I've been doing on a freelance basis for a very, very long time. I found myself in arts administration as well. And it's an extremely important side of the arts as well, being able to put together the paperwork, manage the books, understand how to manage people, work out the logistics for things within production, as we know. And so through working in arts administration, I furthered my studies as well. Also to be able to let my work reflect, I think, a bit more societal issues, as opposed to, so having a balance, I think, sort of being a role player and a vehicle for social change through the work that we do, besides only the sort of the entertainment, completely fun side of it, but the pedagogical side of it is also really, really important. So through the arts administration, I really learned a lot of that, and formalizing it. And then I took the leap, I think, especially with COVID last year, and just also the total, it took all freelance work away suddenly. So you had to get serious. And I think I saw other people jumping on the online bus, and I thought, okay, that's no time like the present. And then I actually got quite a few corporate bookings. Well, it just carried on as it usually would have. Subsequent to that, but formalizing it helped a lot. Definitely.
You have to work the gold mine. The gold's there. You just have to dig and work it. So
I love that.
So how many productions do you try to schedule or accomplish per year?
I think I'm working on more priority and goal-based basis and premise at this moment, especially because after a major priority, Nicki Ray Productions is kind of, it's the umbrella. Okay. Below that are 3 legs. A very important leg is the Academy of the Performing Arts.
Okay.
The Academy of the Performing Arts came as a result of not only my passion for young people, youth development through the performing arts, which I've always landed up doing throughout my entire professional career, always ended up with the youth. And I realized that I can't rely on almost just taking other people's trained students. There's a funny feeling of, job creation is one thing. I try and keep good relationships, but I wanted to be grooming and growing my own performers for the reasons of preparedness that I need them to have when they get to the production company.
Right.
It's not just a case of being able to do 100 foites, but it's about conducting yourself, being able to walk into a room, greet people, have the posture, have the decorum, have the etiquette. It's the entire package.
The whole package.
It's the whole, as we know, yes.
Yes. So I used to book a lot of talent, national, some international. And we always, 40 years ago, we looked at it, we call it a stable. So you bring in your horses and then you train those horses and you prepare them for the job that you think they will be best qualified for and give your best, shall we say, performance or brand. So I see that you definitely are organized and have things in the works, shall we say. And speaking in the works, you was the winner there on the Fan for Me interview competition with myself and Clive.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about, have you danced and sang with Clive all in the past on one of the ships, maybe?
Yes, we actually did the entire run of the first South African cast of Phantom of the Opera together.
Yes, Phantom of the Opera.
Yes, indeed. He was a singer and dancer, and I was more of a dancer. I always put that singer part behind me. I haven't really put myself on stage as a singer. But before that as well, we also danced together a number of corporates, college productions. We go back a long time. We'd be cast together often. We've lived. Yes, we've just been great.
So talented with his singing, his dancing, his presentation, what have you. So I'm just honored to be a part of Fan for Me. Now, what does Fan for Me? It's a new platform. It's only 6 weeks old, somewhere in that time frame, and so it's growing and building and planning and even fundraising now. So, what does Fan for Me at this point look to be in your eyes?
Thank you so much, Rick, for broadcasting the light. I was really hoping to speak about Fan for Me extensively today because of what it can do for all of us artists. We can literally be making money in our sleep.
Yes.
As a platform with over 12 ways to be able to earn an income on this platform, the fact that you as an artist get your money immediately. We're already starting to earn money, as I'm sure Clive would have mentioned to you as well, but we were already making money. So this is really exciting. And just the fact that there's a platform out there that's very consciously cutting you into the piece of the pie in the way that they are. Because with this global platform, I think that, look, we can't ever go back to the way that we did things, only counting on our physical audiences. Now we've got the capabilities, no matter who you are as an artist in the world. This is exciting, huge stuff. The potential of earning, just many little bits make up a lot. So with a huge pool like this, it's just so exciting. What do you say?
I agree 100%. Well, Nicki, we're about ready to take a break. So if you would please hang loose, as they say. When we return, Nicki tells us a little bit more about the Nicki Ray Productions and where it's going to be taking us as viewers in the future. Stay with me, I'll be right back. Hello, fellow artists, entertainers, songwriters, creators, what have you. I come to you on Fan for Me with Rick J Presents, where I interview different artists, musicians, songwriters. As aforementioned, I have chosen to present my content, my brand, if you will, to a worldwide audience because Fan for Me has no boundaries. It's free to sign up and you get paid automatically. You don't have to wait for 1,000 viewers. I encourage you to sign up and research it and join me, the biggest stage on earth. Fan for Me. Welcome back to Spotlight on the Arts. I continue our discussion with Nicki Ray of Nicki Ray Productions in South Africa. Well, Nicki, before the break, you enlightened us with so much about a new platform that you're offering and there at your location in South Africa. What city do you basically operate from there in South Africa?
Oh, it is now called Rebecca, but it was previously known as Port Elizabeth and also Nelson Mandela Bay Metro. So our area is the metro named after the Nelson Mandela himself, which I promise you we all claim wholeheartedly. We're very proud of that.
I love Nelson Mandela. I followed his story for years. So you're coming from a great place, should we say. Well, Nicki, I gotta ask you now, how does one become promoted by yourself and Nicki Ray Productions? What qualifications does one really need, and how do we reach you?
Well, thank you so much for asking, Rick. Look, we operate out of the city, as I mentioned. However, to get onto the agency, look, if we've got online digital performances that we curate as well. So it's great for us to just know where you are. So we have a database of artists online for that platform, but we also, of course, have the database of artists in the agency based in Port Elizabeth for the more physical performances. And qualifications, I think, are talent, good work ethic, and I think marketability and watchability. You know, if you can entertain, then we can definitely get you booked. And I think it's just about adding you to our community. We also welcome people that are, you know, pedagogical.
How do you like to be contacted? Do you go with a website, or you have a direct phone number there in South Africa?
Certainly. The email address is Nicki Ray, Nicki Ray Productions @gmail.com. And then if you'd like to book us, we are on +27 78 560 1228.
Excellent. Well, now, do you promote or work with other companies within the area? And we call it networking.
Oh, I love that. We actually just finished the show called The Alternative, where we collaborated with a fabulous, very exciting production company called Starstruck Productions. Starstruck, owned by Rose Cowper, and she's also just got this amazing approach that she's taken to sort of, get graphic artists, street artists, original musicians from the city, fashion designers, dancers, singers, actors, all to collaborate in a production that brought their costumes together. Fabulous material. It was just so special, especially just getting the scene of theaters and attending theatre open again. So it's been a very exciting weekend. So we network with people like them, the South African Development and Research and Training Institute, SADRAT, with whom we do German youth exchanges with every 2 years, where we, so
Germany? And then, from Germany?
Yeah, from Germany. That's right, from Germany. Then I've also worked with the university here as well, which is a great place that I'm able to also impart. Such amazing artists from the city have come through our university hands, and I also run the cheerleaders there. They were national champions 3 times, so it's a broad spectrum, but we try and be involved and give back and work with the people around us. Thank you. That's all we can do.
Well, okay. Nicki, I understand you have a snippet that you'd like to share with us. Let's turn to that now and see what Nicki Ray Productions looks like on the screen, shall we say. Well, Nicki, would you give us an idea of what the future plans, the immediate plans are for your next production? What have you got in mind?
Not to give too much away. First of all, I'm really inspired by hope at the moment. So the next original production is going to definitely have that as the theme. We're working on some original music, trying to get some original songs and content going. And also just to keep things relevant to now. So it's got a strong youth, hopeful message, just also with a lot of energy, and it's going to be an original production. So all I can say is watch out for that. Yes. That should be coming next year. Yeah.
Oh, excellent, excellent. Busy, 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 as Clive and I always say. Well, we're just about out of time. So I want to thank you so much for contributing to Spotlight on the Arts, making it a learning and informational experience for everyone worldwide. Nicki.
Thank you. I can't thank you enough. It's been my honor. Thank you for your time and the invitation. And a huge shout out again to Clive Elversmoor and Kadu Elversmoor, Fan for Me. Thank you for creating this platform for us artists. We can't wait for it. World watching out there, you need to get onto it. fanforme.com. Sign up. It's free and you can make your money.
Sounds great. Well, I want to now thank you, the viewers worldwide, for tuning in and watching, viewing Spotlight on the Arts, for making taking time out actually to watch the shows. Look for more Spotlight on the Arts and all the different platforms it's offered on, as we mentioned, Fan for Me, for example. So be safe and stay healthy. See you next time. Hello, I'm Rick J, and I've had an association, directly or indirectly, to inspire different artists along their way
Justin Bieber, Michael Jackson. I'm a leading investor at Fan4Me and a participating artist, and I believe that you should too. That's fan4me.com. Fan4Me in 5 years will be a household name. So invest now while the equity is affordable. That's Fan4Me, the biggest stage on earth.